Okay, I'm coming back. Things are still kind of broken. Like, more broken than I would want, ideally. More broken than is my ideal. Let's just say that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna do some questions, maybe first. Okay. Wait, where's my chat? I can't see you guys. I can't see chat. Just live. You guys would not. You would not want to see me bug fixing. Coding is much more fun than bug fixing. Okay. Here we go. Let's do a Q&A for Ori and the Blind Forest. Here's a question that is not specifically about Ori, but it's about play-by-play. Will you play this War of Mine? It's a fairly quick game, 2 sessions, 3 max. This War of Mine is 100% on my list. I'm trying to remember. There's another one. There's another war-themed game that I think is much longer. That I would also love to play, but I don't think is gonna work as well. But this War of Mine, I definitely do want to play. I was talking with a friend about maybe trying to play with him, although actually I think that Jamie and I are going to try to play one of the Hanako games at some point. Got to figure out how to do that. Still got to figure out technology at some point. Anyway, yeah, okay, this War of Mine, definitely on my list. Already aware of it. Looks really good. Looks really interesting. I don't know that it'll be next, but there will probably be a vote on what's next, and it might be on there. It's been too long since the opening. Okay, here we go. Somebody's going to explain to me what the fuck happened in Ori and the Blind Forest. Your core quest was that Sane and the tree were like one entity that control the 3 elements. Kuro stole Sane from the tree, and all the elements went dormant, and the forest died out. So your mission was to rekindle the 3 elements and then return Sane to the tree to control them, which Kuro interrupted at the end, but then she took over the mission to save her last child. So Sane is the spirit of the tree? I mean, like, is Sane the intelligence, or like the Sane somehow controls the power of the elements through the tree? And so if we get him back, him or it or whatever, then Sane actually saves the day at the end by using the restored power of all of the elements and the control of the tree. I feel like the tree now reads to me kind of like the Bridge of the Enterprise, and we had to like restore power to all of the to engineering and shields and weapons and whatever, and then get Sane back to the bridge of the ship so that he could fire photon torpedoes at the fire and destroy it, saving the egg. I still don't understand. I mean, I guess Ori died because Kuro killed her at the end, and it just wasn't like super duper clear. And then Kuro died because reasons involving light and the tree and owls, I guess. But yeah, no, that's, I mean, I also don't understand like why the tree controls 3 elements, or I mean, like, I don't know that makes it make real sense. But that is, I do understand that like we were on a quest. and I had forgotten exactly what the components of the quest were. But you know, there was a quest, and Kuro ends up completing it, and for some reason sacrificing herself. I mean, like, again, it's all emotionally valid. I totally get it. I respond to it. I just don't feel like it's it's super well explained. Returning Satan to the tree brought control back to the elements, which saved everybody except Kuro, because I guess we decided spirit tree radiation kills owls. Yeah, I think that's the deal. What was your favorite moment or favorite puzzle? Oh, shit. I played it over so many weeks. I feel like I lose a lot of details. So there were great moments that I can no longer really pick out and identify one by one. But I do okay, I'm gonna answer well, maybe one more question, and then I have to go do a thing. Sorry, guys. I mean, I liked, so in this last bit, the part with Kuro chasing me was a little annoying because I hate having to keep going back. I do kind of hate the feeling of going a little ways and not being able to, like, having to die in order to figure out, like, what I'm supposed to do. I don't mind that if it doesn't take a lot of time, but when I have to go back to the beginning of the chase and they do, like, segment, okay, here's a new segment, how do I get through it? Okay, no, I have to start over, and then get there again, start over, and then get there again, and then I figure out how to get through it, and then now here's a new segment, I have to figure out how to get through it, start over. Like, that's a little annoying. But that sort of same feeling, that kind of flow of things happening, and you're just reacting and moving forward, and you don't necessarily have to die in order to figure out what goes next. There were several of those in this last segment. In this last segment, where, like, I was just, like, jumping ahead of fire, and it was a shorter segment. So even though sometimes I did die at one point, like, I didn't feel like I had to replay the same thing over and over again. But getting into that flow of, like, I don't know what's coming next, but I know the direction that I'm headed, and I know the kind of moves that I'm doing. And therefore, like, the game is consistently showing me one type of platforming. It's either, like, things that I can't stand on for very long, or platforms that fall into the lava, or like, things that I have to hide behind because there are laser beams, or things that I have to blast, jump, boost, bash through in order. But, like, I recognize where the next thing is, and I can just keep going. That feels really good. That feels really good. That feels like playing Guitar Hero and, like, just hitting all the notes, right? On a new song, just getting into the zone and hitting all the notes. That's really cool. So the fact that the game can do that is great. Okay. Jason says, I'd like to see you play Cute Night so I know what it is and I don't have to play it. That's actually a really good idea, because I don't really want to subject anybody to having to play that. But it is... I would like to play it again, and I would like to share it with all of you because it's great. So maybe we'll do that. That sounds like it'd be fun. All right, I am going to. Jesus Christ, this is such a horror show. I'm gonna go away for a second, and then I'm gonna come back, and hopefully it'll just be a second, and I'll do more Q&A. And I broke everything. Wait, hold on.